When I began, my goal was straightforward: make extra cash on my own schedule without reporting to anyone. I wanted income that I could build month over month, even if it wasn't huge right away. The solution: trying out a few no-boss side hustles that fit into my monthly routine and let me earn on my own terms. What I found from other creators on TikTok and other platforms is that there are a handful of low effort, low risk ways to pull in extra income from my home and from my phone. I started by taking surveys and participating in research studies through a few apps. Then I added in creating Kale videos and finally discovered the Amazon Influencer Program, which now provides a modest but steady passive income stream each month once the content is created and up. So, to be clear, you won't get rich from any of these methods that I'm talking about, but if your goal is to supplement your income, these side hustles have earned me roughly $300 to $800 a month. Looking ahead, I expect to consistently reach the $500 to $800 range as I expand my Amazon influencer content. So side hustle number one we're going to talk about today is Amazon Influencer Program. I joined this program with high hopes, like really high hopes, but it's important to be realistic. You're probably not going to replace your full-time income with this side hustle, even though people are going to tell you that. Over the past year, shifts in the economy have changed buying habits, and the platform just isn't performing and is not as lucrative right now as some suggest it is. However, I've been consistently earning about $200 a month for at least the last 8 months, I believe, which is totally awesome. There is a requirement to join the Amazon Influencer Program. Now, you'll need a certain amount of followers on social platforms like Instagram or YouTube or TikTok. However, they don't disclose what that number is to you. The exact criteria isn't published, so it's a bit of a guessing game. You just have to apply, and once you qualify, you don't actually have to post on social media if you don't want to. Now, I think they want you to. Personally, I just focus solely on my Amazon Onsite videos. I have about 200 of these videos, which earn me roughly $200 a month through the amount, though that amount fluctuates over time. Next, I'll outline a few tips for making the most of this program. And I've learned a lot along the way. When it comes to the Amazon Influencer Program, you're going to want to know that quantity matters more than quality. Even if that sounds counterintuitive, shoppers on Amazon don't seem to care about high production value more than they do like really well effort on other platforms. So it's like what's more effective is going to be focusing, covering those product details or answering buyer questions rather than that quality of the video. Also, consistency matters. If you upload occasionally, Amazon may kind of penalize you for that in a way via visibility. Aim to upload at least a few videos each month for better results. Now, don't be discouraged by fluctuations in visibility. Amazon often rotates which videos appear in carousels, so even if you're in it one week, you might not be showing up in it the next week, and that's totally fine. Content might be featured week to week, and if a particular video doesn't ever get shown, then you might know you have a problem. It might be because there are really great videos already for that product, or your video needs improvement. So you can take that one of two ways. Either way, don't let it get you down. One advantage that you can film any product you have in your home. That's from shampoo to computer parts to literally fancy coffee machines. If it's sold on Amazon, you can make a video for it. So While this is definitely a work from home, no boss scenario, I often extend it by visiting family or friends' houses to film their items as well. This can just broaden the range of products you have covered beyond what you personally own. If you'd like more details about the Amazon Influencer Program, feel free to drop your questions below. I'm happy to create a more in-depth video that covers how to join the program, how to get your first 3 videos approved, and additional insights into my methodology and what has worked for me and what hasn't. Side hustle number 2, surveys. It might sound too good to be true, but there are indeed surveys that pay reasonably well. I use a range of different apps, including Connect, Prolific, Branded Surveys, Dscout, and Influence, among others. These platforms offer a variety of paid research opportunities that can add a useful boost to your income. Keep in mind, you're not going to replace your day-to-day job. This income with surveys can be lucrative, but it's just not gonna pay all of your bills. It's supplemental. Personally, I've earned anywhere between $100 to $800 a month using these programs alone, so they can make you a lot of money. It is competitive, so you won't qualify for every single application, but the work is straightforward and it can be done from the comfort of your own home, which I absolutely love. Just be honest about your experiences. I've done surveys on everything you can think of, from deodorant to AI. While some tasks pay more than others, you might find a 5-minute survey that's worth like $35, or you could find a larger study for like $300 or something that pays, but you have to work for several weeks. Just small amounts each week. So there's no boss, but you do have to meet deadlines and get approved, which is pretty easy as long as you put in a little bit of effort. I hear 2 primary concerns with this type of side gig. First, many studies require you to be on camera, so if you're not comfortable being on camera, it might not be the right fit for you. Second, you will be sharing some personal information, right? So if you're really worried about sharing PPI, your personal information, you might not want to do this. Most platforms have safeguards in place, but you should still be cautious about protecting your personal information and your privacy. Let me talk about the next side gig, Kale. I've critiqued this in the past. Kale, it's unclear how much money you're going to actually earn. It's a UGC style app where you need a certain amount of follower count to qualify. I don't even think they tell you. You create content for brands and get paid, but the pay structure is represented in Kale's 1, 2, or 3, making it hard to predict the actual earnings of any given project. So you don't know upfront how much you're gonna make. Initially, I didn't think Kale paid out very well and I had some frustrations with it. However, I realized that if you leave your videos up, rather than doing what I did, I deleted them out of embarrassment, you can actually have a better chance of earning bonuses over time. Kale offers extra payouts at intervals like 3, 4, or 5 days as your content gains more traction. In fact, my highest earning video right now brought in over $50, even though it didn't get very many views at all, or even a lot of likes. So I'm pretty happy with that outcome. Among these 3 side hustles, Kale is probably the most controversial, even though you don't have a traditional boss, if you will. There's still someone evaluating your content and either approving or denying, deciding whether you get paid or not. I've had videos denied before, so in that sense, there's still some kind of oversight, right? The good news is they do give you a chance to fix and repost your video if it's not accepted. So good news, you can still make some cash even if you were denied the first time. Additionally, while these side hustles are largely work from home, Kale can sometimes require a trip to the store if you don't have the product on hand, which 9 times out of 10 you're not going to. For me, I still consider it a home-based project since I'm usually going to the grocery store anyway as a normal routine. So it doesn't add much extra effort. I do factor the cost of the product item into my earnings rate. I subtract that and do calculations, but overall it still fits into the flexible home-based workflow. If you're interested in learning more about Kale, you can check out my older video from 2025 where I shared how much I made, or keep an eye out for my updated video coming soon. Feel free to drop any questions you have, and I'll be happy to share everything I have learned. These are 3 of the no-boss work-from-home side hustles I've been using to earn between $300 and $800 a month. Each one has its own quirks and learning curves, but they all offer flexible ways to supplement your income on your own terms. Do you have other low-effort, low-risk side hustles that you do from home without a boss? I'd love to hear about them. If you've tried any of the methods I mentioned, let me know in the comments below, and I'd love to hear about your experiences and any questions you have. See you next time.